Hi, this is Ernie. I'm the guy who had $6 in his checking account to now having millions of dollars. Hope you guys had a great day as the market was up incredible amount. My portfolio went up very, very well, and the LLC is also doing incredibly well too. I think I'm now getting a return of 78% or so. But today I want to talk about something that many people are asking. They say, when I recommend SPY or a VOO or something like NVIDIA, they said, it's too expensive. Um, I need, I don't have that kind of money to buy 100 shares to do options play the way you do. So I'm going to introduce you something, and for full clarity, this does not have options yet, but I believe it's coming. And two, for those who are not familiar with crypto, whatever I say here, you might think I'm talking complete garbage. But just hang in there and I'll try to explain in a simple term as possible. And also, this was on Pingsheet OTC, right? It was they didn't, I don't know, I don't remember the history, but they were no longer listed in NASDAQ, but now they are listed. All the filing is done. Now company is very profitable, and it has gone up tremendously. And for full disclosure, I had a very small amount. I think I only had about 1,000 shares of this particular stock's company's stock. I have since doubled my investment, and I am making decent amount of money. I don't want you to think that I am pushing this. I'm just letting you know what exists out there, so that if this makes sense for you, you should invest. If not, you shouldn't. But this requires a little bit of knowledge for you to understand what this company does, and how they make money. So without further ado, let's go to the chart. This company is called DeFi Technologies. And for those who are not familiar with DeFi, it's decentralized financing. So rather than you going to a bank and who owns all the transactional technology and everything, you don't really need to go through a broker to buy crypto anymore. You don't have to go through a bank to borrow money. Everything can be done peer to peer. And this is what that company is trying to provide, and they're actually doing an amazing job. And let's look at the news. DeFi swings to first quarter earnings as revenue rise. So their earning was 9 cents, 9 US cents, swing from a loss of 6 cents a year earlier. They were expecting 4 cents earning, but they ended up reporting 12 cents. I know this is confusing when I'm going between Canadian dollars and US dollars. And their revenue was $62 million, Canadian dollars, compared to a revenue loss of $4.9 million. And you might be thinking, how could you have a negative revenue? I'm going to explain to you in a little bit. And FactSet was expecting $32.3 million. So they pretty much have doubled their revenue based compared to the expectation. So what exactly do? They make a lot of transactions doing lending, doing staking. And staking is something like you lend it. Let me try to explain it in a different way. Staking in a simple term is putting your crypto to work. Like Bitcoin as the proof of work, but in this particular case, like Solana, I think they're the second largest holder of Solana. They are doing proof of stake in order to get reward, and their return has been about 12% a year. And they have this proprietary validating system, so they're getting about 12%, which is about 33 US million dollars a year that they're getting from revenue. So this company, I know this sounds gibberish for those who are not familiar with crypto, but this company might be the forefront of how you can potentially do what I do, right? typically what I do is I have stocks, I lend my stocks, or I use my stocks as a collateral and sell options. In a similar fashion, this is what they are doing. And they're getting about 12% a year. Is this amazing return compared to what I do? No, it's not. But I think they are one of very few companies that's currently doing this. And with more crypto, more companies embracing crypto, I think there's a possibility that there might be the leader in generating solid income quarter after quarter and become the what do you call it, gold standard of how you create income and revenue and profit. Not only that, they do a lot of like smart contracts. What else do they do? They provide applications, DeFi applications. They also have research, analysis, and data services. So there's a lot of income stream on top of what they typically do. So in my point of view, the staking that they do to generate income, that's going to keep the lights on. Probably more than keep the lights on, have a nice income stream and profitability. On top of that, all the things that they are building, I think it will eventually make them become one of the leaders in DeFi space. And why am I interested in this right now and making an introduction? You see this, that W shape right here? That's what we consider double bottom pattern. Double bottom pattern, you could do your research on this. When there's a double bottom pattern up to here, it's going to typically have a breakthrough. Meaning this probably has a lot of room for it to go up. Sorry, cleaning lady is here, so cleaning my office, so I'm gonna move. But because of that double bottom pattern, I think there's a good chance that this will eventually take off. And with Bitcoin doing well, Solana doing well, a lot of the crypto doing well, I think there is a very good chance this company is going to go to from current trading price all the way up to 5 or 6 or potentially even higher. This is why I am making a small bet, not a lot, small bet, not even 0.01%. Very small bet, hoping that this will continue to go up. And once the option is there, I'm going to start doing cash secure puts or cover calls in order to accumulate this as much as possible until somebody makes an acquisition. It could be a MicroStrategy that wants to diversify from Bitcoin into others. It could be many different companies, but I think DeFi is where the future is, and I think this company is unique and they have proven business model. So this is why I'm in. Please do your own deep dive. For those who don't understand this, there's a lot of research materials out there on what this company does and how they generate money. Please do research. Just don't simply follow what I do because this has to make sense for you. And just like I've told people, 5% of your portfolio should be in crypto, whether it's a actual crypto or crypto related stocks. And to me, this is a cheap, affordable, good crypto related stocks given how much cryptocurrencies they have. And I am going to see where this takes me. Hopefully this is useful. Please like, repost, and comment. And I'm up to date with my direct messages. So if you have anything sensitive, please send me direct messages as well. I will see you guys soon.